Hello guys, we're back. It's the Heroes Hype Amateur Series. I am Gillyweed and my co-caster tonight is not Anna Prosser, it is Messiah. Hi Messiah.
Hey everybody, how are you doing today, Gillyweed?
I just knocked my headphone out of my ear, so I'm not really sure at this moment.
I guess that's okay, because we got my cam working.
We did!
Yeah. Now I just want to apologize to all the viewers. I didn't get my hair did. I didn't get my nails did. I didn't get everything did, so I apologize if you're scared. But I'm here ready to cast some more games as we're in a best of three against Goon Squad and Blaze at the moment. I wonder if this team was put together on 420.
They might have registered.
Maybe.
That would make sense. But it's game 2. Blaze needs to come out guns blazing to take this to a game 3. Otherwise, they will be out here, and Goon Squad will be moving on to the finals. Let's hop over to the picks. Blaze has first pick, first ban, and is banning the Jaina.
Yeah, banning Jane, and I could see definitely why after that last game. Just so much damage coming out from her. She's another top pick in today's meta, unlike she was previously. So I could see why she's banned even more than Illidan sort of nowadays. Illidan's still another top choice, but yeah, I could see why they banned her. A lot of damage, and they don't need it, especially on this map with a lot of team fights that are going to be in close quarters. They're like, no, let's just get rid of it completely. So if you're not familiar with Cursed Hollow, it's going to be a large map with different tribute spots spawning on the map. After 3 tributes, you end up getting that map objective, which is cursing the enemy team and causing havoc on them. So on the side of Goon Squad, it's just speaking of Illidan, I think they're stream sniping. They end up banning that Illidan.
They do, and a lot of times you will see when a team has sort of that first pick where they only pick out one, they do grab the Illidan. So maybe Goon Squad here is just assuring that there will be no Illidan here. And Blaze will go ahead and first pick Rhaegar. So really prioritizing this wolf healer.
Yeah, they saw last match how important it was to have those heals from Rhaegar. And I'll say it again, he's one of the top supports at the moment because you pretty much get a cheat death where you do get ancestral healing and you're back up to new already. So Blaze does not want to get rid of it this time. They want to be safe about it. The only problem with first picking a support like that is there's a lot of other first picks you could have done. And you see Goon Squad is definitely going for the better picks overall, going with that Sylvanas and Vala.
Yeah, Blaze almost respecting the fact that Goon Squad totally out picked them even in the last one, getting both Uther and Rhaegar they had supporting for days. And so saying, all right, we need to make sure that we have the support that we need for sure. But Goon Squad capitalizing on that, like you said, getting the Sylvanas, getting the Vala. These two are 2 very high damage dealing assassiny specialists, whatever you want to call it. They deal a lot of damage, and of course Sylvanas with your hero trait is kind of like a mini curse here, so they're able to take down towers, and if not the forts, then at least open it up so that when they get a curse they can push right into the fort.
Sylvanas is just too OP on this map to not be picked with that first pick. So I hope, Rhaegar is a good pick overall. Let's just say that. So I'm not saying Blaze didn't pick an awesome hero, but to understand that Sylvanas just is so OP on this map, I don't know why they did not first pick her when they had the opportunity to it. And I don't want to see Blaze lose this match over a first pick like that. So I hope it works out for him. We're gonna see Blaze though. Starting with the second and third pick, they're going to start off their second pick, picking up Zagara.
All right, so they've decided they want the Zagara once again. Of course, you can never go wrong with having the vision that Creep provides. She also does a ton of damage, has good siege potential too, so sort of a counter, you might even say, to that Sylvanas in that they have a little bit of push of their own. But will it be enough? They also can capitalize on a really good Ma, too, and I'm wondering if they'll pick up Diablo here. And as I say that, ba-bam, Diablo.
I think these teams are stream sniping us at the moment because I mean, first it was that Illidan ban, and we were just talking about Illidan. Now it's you were just talking about Diablo. Something's fishy going on. Anyways,
Sure.
yeah, yep. Diablo though, back to Diablo. Awesome tank, awesome front runner for any team who is exceptionally well with him with the overpowers and the knockbacks that's going to be coming from him. Now we have to watch though because they did end up picking up Zagara. Now just to talk with how Zagara is going to mesh with Sylvanas and Vala, Zagara doesn't have much mobility. Now she does have her creep that she has increased movement speed, but what if she doesn't have the creep down there? And what if at level 10 Wailing Arrow comes out from Goon Squad? Now that's going to be very, very rough on the side of Blaze, and we do see Goon Squad coming up with that stun play.
I just have to applaud the Goon Squad's picks in these games because last game they saw that Blaze hadn't picked up a support and they picked up the two highest supports, arguably I think the two highest pick supports for sure. And this time they see Blaze pick up a Diablo and they say, all right, yeah, you picked up a Rhaegar, but you're not really going to have a stun off of that overpower because we're going to take Tyrande and Uther. So really reading the plays of Blaze, seeing what they want to do and adapting to being able to steal, and off of that still making good compositions that play well together.
Yeah, Goon Squad's definitely picking the upper hand on this draft. You know, like we were saying, it's just insane stun coming from Tyrande with the lunar flares. Now we have to watch and see who's actually going to play Tyrande because Tyrande is 100% amazing if you can get those lunar flares going off. So we have to see if you get non-stop lunar flares. Uther with the stun there, and we do have Val who's going to pump out that AoE damage if she does go multi-shot, and Sylvanas just doing damage overall. So Goon Squad's definitely on their A game. They want to win this game too and go on to the finals. So as we can see, Blaze is starting to pick their last two picks here.
Yeah, it really seems with this Falstad pick that Blaze is going to be going for wombos that are especially inspired by the nooks and crannies that you get into fights on in this map. Because if they can secure a good Maw, then into Apocalypse, have everyone stuck in a line and then throw off that Hinterland Blast from Falstad, that could really melt heroes like Sylvanas, Vala, and Tyrande. So that's something they'll be looking forward to, playing to the map especially well, and should be looking at maybe getting either, I was going to say a Tassadar or a damage dealer here, and they're going to pick up a Nova to just deal with the back line of Goon Squad.
Yeah, that Nova hype. Picking up Nova, like you said, that back line. We're going to have Vala that's going to be very, very squishy if Nova can get those just snipes off left and right. But you got to think, though, because Uther does have the ability to go clairvoyance if need be. Now, that's going to cause a major issue for Nova when she's trying to come up in those team fights, especially in the back line where it's going to be a little rough for her to start picking them off. And Goon Squad goes with the tank oh my god, I'm so used to saying ETC, sorry about that. ET Stitches. And they end up picking Stitches up for their fifth pick, which I think is a great pick on this map.
Yeah. Of course, you're fighting in close quarters, so you've got the opportunity to maybe drop that putrid bile all over around the tributes or in the close quarter fights that the enemy team can't really get out of. But then also you've got a hook that two different heroes can capitalize on. In the terms of stuns, you've got Tyrande who can lunar flare them, or Uther who can stun them, or you can stun on top of stuns, and that's going to make it so that they are just stuck there forever while a Hunter's Mark is down and Vala and Sylvanas are burning them down.
Yeah, so Goon Squad, they have the upper hand at the moment from this draft pick. They definitely countered Blaze quite a lot from these picks, but you never know. Like we saw last game, no, the game before, where anything can happen. You can be up and be thinking you're going to win the match, and 2 minutes later you end up losing to a team fight. So I want to see how both teams end up doing here as the game is going to start beginning soon, just as soon as the characters and the heroes and the players sign in.
Yeah, I really like that you can see from the picks what these teams are going to be prioritizing. And it will be interesting to see whose strategy reigns supreme here. Of course, Blaze is down one game. If they want to get to the finals, they've got to win the next two versus the Goon Squad, who have a little bit of breathing room here as we head into the Cursed Hollow.
Yeah, Goon Squad wants to take this victory. They want to move on to the finals and claim that prize of fame and bragging rights. So Goon Squad, if they win this, it's going to go on forward and they're going to head to the finals. And I'm not sure who they're facing yet, though. I don't know if that was determined yet.
At last look, Wild Growth was still playing Lazura, with Lazura actually up one game, which I think typically you would see, oh, look at them lining up for us. That's so beautiful. Thank you, Goon Squad. For the Goon Squad, we've got Dan playing Tyrande, Teebs on the Stitches, Hosty playing Sylvanas, Get Up on Uther, and Goat playing Vala.
And on the red team, we have Blaze, we have Caladius on the top on that Zagara, Rhaegar in the middle, an undead orc. He doesn't look like an orc, though, or undead. He's a Rhaegar. Down bottom, we have Lucid on the Diablo, DXN on that Nova, and D-Noob playing that pleb Faustad.
So pleb. I guess style points will not be in their favor, but we won't hold that against them too much.
No, style points is just an in-house thing, but we'll let it pass this time. We'll give them a memo about it.
Of course. Teebs getting a quick pull on Lucid, takes a couple tower shots. In BD, he is Diablo and he is strong. DXN hanging out here, looking to pick up a Goat, but Goat actually misses the snipe there, whether by chance or just with some pro skills there.
That snipe was a little bit off, I will say. DXN could have had some popcorn earlier and his finger might have slipped, butter and everything like that. But he does come up for Teebs, and they want to take advantage of this kill, but they're not going to do it because Nova can only do so much damage in a short period of time. But up top is this push that's going on from Hosty, Getup, and Dam as they are pushing this back with that Master Skin Sylvanas.
Yeah, that is a very cool looking Sylvanas. Style points. I think style MVP going to that Sylvanas for sure. Actually, even to being able to spot Diablo and Nova hanging out in those bushes with the Banshees. That's a pretty cool play there coming out.
Yeah, you don't have to use the Banshees for retreats. In my own quick match play, damn, gonna actually overpower there as Lunar Flare does go out. It's not going to actually secure any kills as Day almost was taken out of the fight there. Back to the Sylvanas talk with the Banshees. You don't always have to use them for just evading. You can use it for, turning down the minions so they're not doing lane damage. Or you can also use it just to kind of see what's in the bushes ahead. So you can use it for a multi-purpose sort of talent.
A lot of skirmishes going on here on this Vision Tower. Nova getting very low, will get a kill thanks to that Lunar Flare, but unfortunately Sylvanas a little far forward, will go down. Has been using those Banshees aggressively all game. So it will be 1-1 kill on both sides, and the first tribute should be spawning very soon.
And it figures, just after we were talking about the Sylvanas Banshees, she ends up using it to get that advantage and secure that kill. but also leaving herself just wide open and too deep for anyone to actually save her. So she ends up going down. First tribute of the game does spawn, and RNG Jesus sends it down bottom.
Well, Nova trying to get away, but gets pulled back in by Teebs and taken out thanks to Goat and Dan, who are right there. And that's going to be Nova down for a few seconds here. Might be just enough time for Goat to be able to secure the tribute, and it will be, as Vala's going to pick it up. So that first tribute is going to go to the Goon squad.
Yeah, Teebs getting overpowered there as D-Noob is doing a lot of damage to him, and Teebs is going to try and get out of here before he takes more damage. And I think the idea from Nova was to kind of just poke, not actually get in there and end up dying. But the quick reaction skills from Teebs on that Stitches definitely was too much, as he ended up hooking Nova just ASAP.
Yeah, Teebs going super tank here with the Chew Your Food and the amplified healing. So he's going to be really looking to just be the tank that we all know and love, and that Goon squad will definitely need. Falstad is picking up some Giants. They are going to actually get their level 7 talents first, even amidst losing that Nova earlier on. But Goon squad's right behind them, so we're going to have another even fight for the next tribute.
And just to talk about how they're keeping up in experience, the Zagara was actually out-pushing Sylvanas up top. As you can see, both towers are pretty much down at this point, so that's where all that experience was coming from. Hossie taking some damage from DXN on that Nova, but it's not going to be enough to secure the kill. And the second tribute is now up in bottom lane, as they're going to be contesting for this, or are they, as there's a team fight in the middle.
Yeah, Lucid taking quite a bit of damage here as they're trying to secure that kill. He's Diablo, he's dealing a lot of damage. They just barely do not grab that kill, but he is down at least. And in the midst of all of that, it does look like Blaze was able to pick up the tribute, so at least they've got it back to a 1-1 fight. They're still very close in experience. And any interesting notes as we look at the tributes here?
Tributes or talents?
Or talents? That would be the thing.
Sylvanas actually ends up dying up top lane, it looks like, from the help of DXN with those clutch snipes coming out. But as we see, Clone was pulled in from Stitches on Teebs, but it's not going to be enough to actually secure the real kill here. Going back to talents, as we can see, we have Sylvanas with the Envenom, which is another one that you see quite often. Unstable Poison is something that you kind of see in Quick Match a little bit to clear the minion waves, not so much that you would see in normal competitive play. Stitches, pretty basic. Tyrande with the Lunar Blaze. We do have Vala with the Reaping Arrow, so it's more of a reset when Hungering Arrow is used on the vault, and we have Cleanse instead of the Clairvoyance coming out from the side of Uther.
We've just seen so many good cleanse plays here that I love that pick, but Goon Squad's got to be really careful here because one kill is going to secure Blaze, those level 10 heroics. They might actually just get it in the middle of this anyway thanks to some passive stuff, and there is, they've got their level 10 heroic abilities. There is the first one. Ma is dropped out there, and they're going to try to pick up this Teebs kill. But he's pretty tanky still. He will get overpowered though, and overpowered directly into a giant laser beam from Falstad will help them secure that Stitches kill. And so now they will be able to pick up this next talent. Tribute. God, what? Why?
Those map talents, you know, they're just hard to fight over. So thinking about that play and the situation that just happened, Goon Squad went in for the tribute. They knew they weren't level 10. On the side of Blaze, they just hit level 10. At that point, you kind of just want to back off. If they're close to getting that, just get away from it. And we do see Val getting picked off on Goon Squad. I'm not sure where that was. Maybe bottom lane? I'm not sure where the kill was actually taken. But top lane, we do see Blaze going for that golem. And that is going to start pushing as this third wave, or fourth wave, of the tribute now spawns in the top part of the map.
Yeah, they really didn't need to go after that tribute, especially because it wasn't going to ensure a curse, even if Blaze did pick it up. But now they're in this situation where they do have to worry about a curse if Blaze picks up the tribute. Lucid immediately coming in here is going to try to zone. His teammates are right behind him, but actually Nova's really far away. They've got to be pretty careful here. And a Starfall will ensure that they're going to have to back off from this just a bit, but they are thankfully zoned right in front of the tribute, so nobody can kind of come and steal it. And Nova is into the fight now. Wailing Arrow is down, is going to silence a few of them, but Diablo getting knocked out. Not before throwing out some damage with the Lightning Breath, which Dini was able to capitalize on with his Hinterland Blast. Oh, wow. And a Precision Strike on top of people who were mod is going to help them secure the tribute. They got just enough kills. They only lost the Diablo, and now they can push onto the structures.
That was a lot better maul than we saw from the previous game. Yeah, they coordinated it a little bit better, so they're working on their timers for it, which is great. I love to see a little bit of progression from game to game, seeing how, okay, we missed that maul with the Apocalypse. Let's do better here with the Precision Strike. And definitely in the favor of Blaze. They are pushing hard here. They are upper hand. They're 2 levels up on the side from Goon Squad, which is a level 11 at the moment. And as you can see, blue team is currently cursed. Lucid taking a lot of damage, but is going to end up getting out of there because of the fact that Ancestral Healing was picked up on Rhaegar, and the side of Blaze is just going to back off as they try and set up a blind kind of gank, a hidden gank here.
Yeah, they've done a lot of damage thanks to that Nova on Teebs, who has left the game. So has Diablo. Uh-oh, we've paused the game. Well, while we're paused, guys, I would like to talk about the amount of effort that went in to planning the heroics out for Blaze. They have 4 that, if dropped at the wrong time, could totally screw themselves over, because they have a Maw, and if you Maw someone out of Hinterland Blast, that's going to suck. If you don't land the Apocalypse correctly with the Maw, they're not going to be, you know, they might not be caught in time, or vice versa with that. Oh, it's not Apocalypse, my bad. It's Lightning Breath, but still, gotta land that too. But still, like, with the Precision Strike and the Maw as well, we saw it so perfectly executed. Nobody was going to like stop the other from being able to put the full damage across, which was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at their comp that they have a lot of wombo combos that they can do. Like you were just saying, Zagara Maw, Lightning Breath, Hinterland Blast, Precision Strike. So if you get a full team of 5 in that Maul, if that's just a clutch 5, that is going to be so much damage coming out. And hopefully, not saying I want either team to win, because you know, it doesn't. I have no favoritism here. But if they get that ace, I can't wait to see that happen.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I am really impressed at the execution just on that level. And we'll have to see if they can do it again, because that was pretty cool. I didn't even realize until I saw Precision. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many ways that they could mess this up here because of the Maw and such, but no, really, really cool. So it looks like they're restarting the game.
Okay, so yeah, as soon as they get back into it, then we'll have the game started.
Cool. It's weird that both teams lost their tanks at the same time.
I think it's something on Blizzard's end, like they're saying in chat that Blizzard hates tanks.
I think that must be it. They just dislike the warriors. They're like, hey, you guys can just play with bot warriors. It's fine. Let's make the game a bit harder. All warriors must be bots. Have fun figuring out when to engage. Go.
And that'd be interesting to see. But it looks like Teebs has restored his connection, so I guess they're waiting at the reconnect screen. So as soon as we get these guys back in here, we will unpause the game and get into it and see if Blaze can get back into the series and make it a 1-1.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Blaze did just pick up their level 13 talent, so they're a little bit more than a level ahead of their opponents, and it's kind of looking from the map like they might be going for this golem. You think that'll be too risky of a play? You think that maybe even though the Goon Squad doesn't have 13, they can capitalize on that, or you think it's pretty safe?
I don't know. I think that right now, if Blaze ended up going for it, that Goon Squad wouldn't have really a chance to contest with it. They do have their 13 talents over Goon Squad at this moment, so it might be just a little bit hairy. I mean, we see Feral Lunge from Rhaegar. On Diablo, we see from the shadows the range is increased by a whole ton load. Thunder Strikes, more damage from Falstad coming out. On Zagar, we have that Mutalisk that everyone loves. So much damage output coming from those. So, depending on how everything plays out in positioning, we could definitely see Goon Squad possibly taking this and securing some kills and coming back into the game. But for right now, Blaze looks like they're going to have the upper hand.
Yeah, I really love the Thunder Strikes. This build just at all for Falstad, but I really love the Thunder Strikes talent because it deals so much damage. I feel like at level 13 is always when Falstad's damage really starts ramping up.
And it does look like both teams are back. Well, not both teams, but both players. So whenever they're ready, we'll unpause this and get back into it in 3, 2, 1. Let go.
All right, well, we're back, and it does look like Blaze is going to engage into this golem. We'll have to see if they're able to keep it, though, as they're going to do a little bit of zoning. Goon Squad just trying to maybe pick up some more experience. They would really love to get 13 here, but they're still a little ways away.
And it looks like Blaze is just going to back off. That Stitches hook could have been dangerous if one of the squishy members of Blaze would have got hooked in there. You see, now Goon Squad's going to try and take this, but we do see Blaze coming in. A lot of damage, Hinterland Blast, and wow, Sylvanas just getting melted there. And Blaze is definitely going to take this now. No question about it. They're not going to be able to get contest from Goon Squad, and this is in their favor.
Really, really smart play from Blaze. They knew that a hook there could have turned the fight instantly into the Goon Squad's favor, so they backed out, waited for the hook to go on to cooldown, just kind of waited until they had the upper hand and where to engage there, and they did, and Hinterland Blast just melted Sylvanas, so yeah, they were able to pick it up immediately, and now they're even going to push in toward this mid-fort.
Yep, they're going to try and contest this middle and end up taking it because it is so low from just the push of the minions. And they are going to take it. So that's going to be a big victory on their part with the boss on bottom, middle getting taken. Up top, you could see all that was completely wiped out via the curse. So that's another thing in their favor. And now Blaze is going to say, hey, we want to take more red on the map. Let us take your giant camp.
Yeah, Blaze is really painting the map red. Teebs looking like he really would have liked to get a hook through there, but not going to do so. Blaze is going to continue to just keep pushing this lane, but they know that they are so far ahead, they can take it pretty easy, and going to do so, go back. They've got some merc camps at home that they can take, and also just keep pushing lanes. They're almost on their way to 16 even, and Goon Squad's just gotten 13.
16 is going to be rough if they do not catch up on Goon Squad. Hook goes out from Teebs. He does not actually secure a hook there, so no one's going to be taken out of this next engage with the bottom tribute. And as both teams start rotating down, they need to watch because as soon as 16 pops, this could look dangerous. Unfortunately, though, Goon Squad's not going to make it in time, and the Owl does hit Undead Orc, securing the tribute for Lucid.
No hook once more, and this time Overpower goes on to the Stitches, who is Divine Shielded, so he's dropping the Bile, which is doing a ton of damage, actually. But so far, the Starfall's in a pretty good position. They can't really get the engage in here, which is helping them out quite a bit. Now a pull on Lucid will help secure that kill. They've picked up the Diablo kill. He will come back, but it's not going to make it here for this fight. Dean's got to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage. And of course, on that Falstad, your stacks mean so much. You do not want to lose those gathering power stacks. And so, not Blazed, Goon Squad actually coming ahead there in that fight.
Yeah, they get the actual victory from it, even though it was maybe only Diablo they killed for his souls. It's still a victory because his health is now going to actually be pretty low. Not too low, but not from what he has at 100 stacks. So they end up going up to Blaze. They go up top. They are going to be taking this top golem. Now, to kind of go over that fight in total, the thing that changed the factor of the outcome was the fact that Hinterland Blast was casted while there was a Maul. So it actually did not really clip any of the members of Goon Squad. And I think if that would have been on par with the Maw and everything like how Diablo was, I think that would have been a total victory for Blaze.
Really good idea here from Goon Squad. They've got a boss pushing up toward their keep, and they know they don't have their level 16 talents, which Blaze does have. And so they're letting Blaze have the tribute. It did not mean a curse there, so that was totally fine. They're going to be able to deal with this golem, and thankfully they won't have to deal with it while they're cursed, because that would be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, you don't want to have really any sort of waves pushing into your base when that curse comes up, because that's going to be rough, and you don't want to end up losing and even falling behind even more, because you want to stay in that equal level race for 20. Those storm talents are so important, and if you fall behind, that could really turn a game for you. So we see on the side of Blaze, just rotating, they're making this map all red, and down below we see that Goon Squad was about to do a slight push, but it's not going to be anything too serious as they are backing off and retreating.
Yeah, they were trying to maybe pick up some structure so that they could get that level 16, but they still don't have it yet. Now the tribute is spawning, and now it's an issue. The next tribute means a curse, and DXN is right there to already start trying to take it. Now Teebs is coming in. He really wants to try to get a hook, and Owl will actually stop Nova from picking it up, and now we've got Goon Squad here. They're almost to 16, just a little bit more experience, and they'll have it. They're trying to get it. There it is. But are they too far back? Is it too late?
I think it's going to be too late, and on the side of Goon Squad, they are now cursed yet again for the second time this game. Very good job from Blaze and Nova just kind of escaping there and not getting pulled in by any sort of hook. Now, just to go over on the side of Goon Squad really quick for their talent choices for 16, we do see another MVP Blood for Blood on Vala, True Shot Aurora on Tyrande, the Fishing Hook for the range, Sylvanas with that Cold Embrace doing that 25% more damage, and down below, Benediction coming from that Uther.
That Benediction is so strong. Oh, well,
yes,
here we go again. Blaze is at the boss once more. Is actually waiting, now takes it. There is the Hinterland boss, but once again went down on the Maw. So not quite timing everything up. Everybody's still up for Goon Squad, and Blaze is gonna get the heck out of Dodge. They got what they came here for. It was the Golem.
Yeah, poor Zagara was hooked in, and I think at that time of getting hooked in and trying to survive, she did end up popping Maw, while at the same time Hinterland Blast was about to pop off also. So it's not her fault. We all do it where we get nervous and we don't want to die and we try and save ourselves. So I completely understand on that. Side of Blaze gonna fall back here as the curse is now over, and Hosty still with this hot pursuit on the side of Goon Squad.
Yeah, the first keep has gone down. Lucid now in a bit of a bad position, but not too far away from his team. Is taking a lot of damage, but does get the ancestral heal just in time, and now he's dealing a lot of damage thanks to Lightning Breath. Teebs getting killed instantly. Next will be maybe Hosty or Dam or Goat as well, but no, everybody is pretty low over here for Blaze, so they are content with the kills that they got. I'm going to take off and just try to keep the pressure on by turning the map continually more red.
Unfortunately, Goon Squad let that ancestral healing go off on Diablo, which did not help their case at all. They needed to get that meltdown on Diablo as fast as possible. You do have a slight couple seconds to acquire that kill before it actually goes off, so you really want to be focusing the target on that. Could have turned more in the favor of Goon Squad as they come up here and they're going to actually end up stealing this Bruiser camp. And Undead Orc, very, very low. Can he get out of here? That is the question, and it looks like he is gonna. Hosty and Daeun could not get in there.
Whew, that Rhaegar just barely getting out, but they weren't able to pick up those bruisers. So for once, Goon Squad, with like half of the map turned their team color, they've got to be feeling at least a little bit better now. They're definitely not in any sort of case where they can breathe easier, though. They have a keep down, and of course they're down a whole level as Blaze are about to hit those storm talents. So not out of the bridge yet, but at least that's a small victory, and small victories, when you have enough, can add up to one big one.
Definitely. But the thing is, Gilly, that they need to get in here and start and engage before they get to 20, because it's going to be even harder for them to start a team fight if they're not on semi-equal terms. So as we can see, Lucid coming in here, clearing up some of the minions that Goon Squad has pushed up into their fort here. It's unfortunately not going to secure the actual take of it. And this next tribute does spawn in the bottom, and we're going to see, you know, do they go for it down bottom? But Blaze knows better. They're not in too much of a worry about that trib, as they, you know, it's not a certain curse.
Yeah, I really worried for a second that Goon Squad was maybe making a bad decision by deciding to go for that, but now they are walking up to a level 20 team. They only have 19. They do pull it Undead Orc, and they do kill him though before he's able to drop the Ancestral Heal on himself, so they're going to run away. They're like, you know, we're happy with this one kill, but if you want to keep engaging, we can do that too. You don't have your healer, so that's fine. And no, Blaze is going to get away. They know that they don't have a healer and that there is a golem pushing down. It'll push all the way to core for Blaze. There are mercs pushing in every lane actually for Blaze.
Yeah, right now Blaze has the upper hand. Storm talents, lane pushing. Tribute is just up now that they're going to acquire and deny Goon Squad from actually taking it. So these lanes are, just looking at bottom, look, bottom keep is going to end up falling here as the Giants end up securing that kill on that. And just the lane presence is just phenomenal at this point. Blaze doing a very good job pushing out lanes and making sure they're getting some of these inner keeps down.
Yeah, and they even got to deny the curse just a little bit longer, although a curse when you've got a lane, all the lanes pushed basically to your base, can't get too much done with, but at least now Goon Squad has finally picked up their storm talents. They can be on an even footing for any future team fights, and that's got to at least be somewhat of a relief here, but they only have one keep. Eek.
Yeah, it's rough because if 3 or 4 of them die on the side of Goon Squad, that's going to end up being GG. You can see down here we're trying to set up some sort of gank on the side of Blaze. Boss does spawn here, so they need to come down and contest this. This is going to be very, very rough for Goon Squad if they do not.
Yeah, Blaze doing a really good job of knowing exactly when the different camps are going to spawn and being there and being set up and ready. And so now that forces Goon Squad to have to try to engage into them, and there's a lot of difficult places for them. Now they do grab that false side, but he barrel rolls just out of the stun, and now Lucid is hanging out in there. Oh no, though, the timing with the Maw does not quite work out with that lightning breath, and now Lucid's taking a lot of damage. Goat's right there throwing everything she's got on him. They're gonna take out that Diablo. Next might be the, oh no, never mind, that's just a Nova clone. Hook not quite able to secure a pick there, but at least they took out the Diablo.
That hook from Teebs was so close. Undead Orc's gonna end up going down, trying to evade again. And like I was saying, that hook, oh, Teebs I'm sure is probably just angry about that. He was off by such a little bit, and Lucid does not have enough souls, and he is going to be down for 60 seconds.
They finally secured a Diablo kill. Will not be right back up, and even getting Rhaegar too. They definitely have a chance to push here, and they will do so, taking out one of the turrets here. They would love to make a fort or a keep exposed here, but man, both forts actually still up for Blaze. That's gotta be so rough.
Yeah, Goon Squad needs to really push some damage here. What I was seeing, if that would have turned out a lot more in their favor, Goon Squad could have actually took some of the members down of Blaze and pushed very, very hard and took the kill. DXN just trying to poke there and get that kill, and it just ended up where it wasn't worth it at all.
No.
Nova's going to be down for 60.
60 seconds and your stacks. Ah, my heart.
Yes. Stacks, and now you're down because you're not with your team, so they can't come over here and contest this golem. And again, Trib is up too, so
and the location,
rough time to be dying.
The location of that tribute, so favorable for Goon Squad. They're like, yes, RNG's is smiling on us at last. Going to be right here to pick it up, and that's going to be the first curse for them, right?
Yeah, Goon Squad first curse of the game. And down bottom, a lot of damage is going to be coming out here as this golem is going to be pushing with no minions able to attack and no towers. So they're at the mercy of defending here. While we do see Goon Squad possibly setting something up, getting ready to engage here, I don't think so. I think they're just gonna maybe Teebs is gonna try and go for a hook here and get a kill in, which would definitely help him out right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nova is back up now. There's still 35 seconds left of this curse. As soon as this curse will be over, the boss up top will be available. So that's another consideration for sure. Now Sylvanas being able to push with the golem is so nice, even though I guess right now it doesn't matter too much because they're cursed, but it would definitely help if they weren't. Doing a ton of damage. Took down that wall basically instantly. The golem will go down, but now a keep is at least exposed, and we'll have to see what they choose to do with the last 10 seconds of their curse.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to end up staying in the bush and waiting for them to foolishly come down in that lane. But the side of Blaze, they know better. They're not going to fall forward as they're going to just clear these lanes and go for their up top. We did take some damage from that outer fort, but it's not going to be enough to acquire it. And now a pivotal point at this time in the game at 24 minutes and 45 seconds is that the golem, the boss, is back up on the side of Blaze.
It is, and for now, Goon Squad actually pushing in toward this fort. They really want to say, okay, it's 25 minutes of the game, we have taken out the forts. Done. That's good. But yeah, we're definitely going to see both teams posturing around this boss. This could be make or break for the game, for either team. A huge team wipe here, plus picking up the boss, could be big. But actually, Goon Squad leaving to go maybe after the sieges, or well, what's going on?
I think they're just playing the scare game at this point, because Colossus can only see what's up here. We have Tyrande on the other side, on the side of Goon Squad, and now they know, okay, so they were just at their giant camp. Where could they be now? So with the fact that they have Tyrande, it's just so easy to spot, and it actually worked. It scared Blaze from doing the golem up top. So good play from Goon Squad, just kind of scaring them silly. And Teebs, if Teebs can just get that one clutch hook, this game's going to be in favor of Goon Squad.
Yeah, they definitely want a hook right now. This game getting so intense as we're at the 26-minute point. There's one tribute, and they know that Nova's at least somewhere around. They have the Nova clone. This tribute not in a great position for Goon Squad because of this rock outcropping, but they're going to try to make it work. They definitely have an opportunity to do so with the Stitches who can get a good hook. Biding his time, waiting to see somebody at the tribute, cautiously waiting.
Yeah, waiting, and I'm just watching Teebs with his hook in the range, and it's just insane. As some damage is going to go out, we do see Lucid going in for the attack and starting the engage, but it's not going to be... Ooh, Maw does go down. Are they going to configure this? Are they going to work on the right? We do see Lightning Breath. Oh, wow, and that's what I was looking forward to. Most of this fight was just that wombo combo that was going out. Lucid is taking a lot of damage. Teebs taking some extra damage as he's going to go down from the precision strike, and the rest of the damage coming from the side of Blaze. And it is going to be too much, as Blaze is still going to have the upper hand as members of Goon Squad are backing away. Uther does go down, and that is going to be a curse, and 3 members of Goon Squad down at this point.
D-Noob flies into base. No, Falstad. Two-hand. He's going to try to get out of here. He makes it back to the safety of Rhaegar. Man, I don't know about that play. But he is here. Everyone else is here now too, except Diablo, and they're throwing tons of damage on the core at 27 minutes, taking so much damage. The health's going down so fast, and that's going to be it. Blaze is going to pick up this game, and we will be going on to Game 3 in this best of 3.
Very good job from Blaze. Very good job.
Yeah, for sure. You finally got to see the wombo that you always dreamed of.
Yeah, I did. A Hinterland Blast, Precision Strike, Lightning Breath, and they saved it for the end. They saved it for that climactic end. So thank you, Blaze, for doing that. And it was awesome. It worked out. It worked out in the end for them. They got that. It could have turned in the favor of Goon Squad, but just from the Wombo, it really worked out for Blaze. So congrats to them. The series is now at 1-1, and we're going to game number 3.
That's right, guys. We'll have game number 3 right after a short break while they pick and ban the maps. Messiah and I take a stretch break. You guys go grab some popcorn because we still have one final best of 3 after this one. And I have a feeling this next game is going to be pretty good. So we will see you guys very soon.